زين مصطفى مهني الله اكبر دار شول ينهض
What?
Shooting at a UFO in Iran.
Oh, that's a real crazy.
Are you awake?
They want us to believe in UFOs. They're preparing us for a fake alien invasion. That's always been the plan. A one-world government. The only way to do it is to get us to embrace it. And the only way to embrace it is from an alien attack. Ronald Reagan talked about it many times. He looked at all the leaders of the nation, of the world, and said, wouldn't it make our lives easier if we just had some kind of extraterrestrial threat?
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish. Just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together.
Research shows that people who get adequate magnesium are less likely to have cardiovascular disease.
I love the fact that science is now proving my pseudoscience. She's talking about magnesium deficiencies. Let's refer to the zodiac mineral chart. My findings are based on the zodiac and the salts of salvation. And here's a guide to the relation of the mineral salts to each of the signs of the zodiac. Let's look at magnesium. Magnesium phosphate is linked to the heart and lungs and liver. This zodiac sign doesn't refer to Leo. This zodiac sign refers to this mineral. I had no idea. What this chart is showing are the 12 different tissue salts. They're referred to as the Schussler cell salts. When you disintegrate a cell, the 12 minerals left are these 12. We are made of stardust. So we're specifically talking about heart disease, which is directly linked to a Leo. Doesn't mean that all Leos are going to have heart diseases. What it does mean is it is more likely to have heart disease than all the other zodiacs, unless you refill the mineral. And for a Leo, it is magnesium phosphate, one of the essential mineral salts. I take a bath in Epsom salt, a full magnesium soak. I also sprinkle it on the ground before I stand on it. I wonder what happens if I take a dose of all the salts.
Sometimes zodiacs might be misleading. Fake.
What's good, family? This is part 3, Noah and the mud flood event. History has to be questioned when time is altered by 1,000 years. I want you to look at this coin. It looks like Noah's Ark with the clouds, water, dove, and an olive branch. Now look at the date. Is that 1742 or I-742? Here is a better way to understand the Roman numeral 1 and the letter I. The Roman numeral 1 is only a number when applied to other Roman numerals. When the Roman numeral 1 is applied to number fonts, it becomes the letter I. In this picture, you have Noah and the biblical flood drawn in a manner that doesn't fit the image of this time. It reads a UFO in 1665. I don't think this was drawn to create folklore. The picture's telling you the name of the beings in the ship. It's also telling you the hands that flood the world. Is that Noah's hand in the ark, offering first fruits and prayers? Look at the rays underneath the ship family. They are saying these ships caused the flood. The Bible has led us all to think the creator of all things flooded the world. History is telling me beings with greater technology defeated us with water. My question is, when was this mud flood event? Could this have happened 500 to 600 years ago? If the church is your historian, then it happened 4,000 years ago. Family, there is proof of a most recent flood. This is a city on the roof of a building. The last picture showed hands and spaceships causing the flood. Could this building below be a part of that time period? This building, even though it's in mud, does look modern. I don't think it's older than Egypt. Friend up for my next series. Who are those beings in those ships?
That is very communal.
The world around you is a lie. Everything was buried in mud, and there was a global liquefaction event that happened, and everything sank. And it's not just Easter Island, it's all over. Major cities, we see bottoms of buildings completely buried everywhere you look. These so-called mud-flooded buildings. And what happened? Well, there's many theories, but none of that really matters. The only thing that matters is that people realize that this is not a joke, this is not a fantasy, this is real. We are standing on the remains of something that was. And many people will tell you that this never happened. But as you can see, there's clearly more to the picture than we have ever been told. And why? What happened here? How did our world become buried?
Well, what the heck? Umseni kama amezikwa na magoro hapa. Hizi huni ni msee ama ati huni ancient mu Egypti alizikwa cheki magold. Wow. Phil, keep liking these videos. Like, comment. Jamaa anakaa kwa uhai bado, nikaa na kuangalia hivi, amekuwa magoro hadi kwa macho. Wow. Gori. There is more than meets the eyes.
In 1966, Chad Thomas wrote a non-fiction book called The Adam and Eve Story, The History of Cataclysms. The book was so dangerous that the CIA seized it and classified it top secret before it could even ever be released. But almost 50 years later, they were forced to hand it over thanks to a Freedom of Information request. Out of the 284 pages, only 57 were released, and they were, quote, by the government, sanitized. The book talks about the creation of humans, secret societies, the New World Order, the pyramids, alchemy, astrology, pole shifts, and the destruction of our planet. The declassified version explains the sudden end of life on Earth, which according to the author has been happening over and over again throughout our planet's history. That these cataclysms happen on a cycle and has wiped out 5 other advanced civilizations before us, with Atlantis being the last one. The book was prohibited by the CIA for a reason. According to many conspiracy theorists and proponents of the pole shift idea, its contents may in fact be true. But whatever the circumstance, it was obvious the CIA did not want the world to be aware of this information. And to think, that was the quote, sanitized version.
Actually, the book was originally 57 pages with some few pages which were blank from chapter to chapter, and it was released in 2013. This guy, I don't know what he's saying. You can use the comment section to comment about what you think, but according to how I know, it was originally 57 pages. If you any other answer, nakubalika. Yeah. What do we notice about this video? Watch closely. Do you see it? No. Check it. Let me show you. All the phones are turned off. Simu zote screens zimezima. Did you see it?
Japanese people are going crazy for this trend. In 2012, the bagel head modification blew up in the underground scene. It involves the forehead to be pumped with 300 to 400 cc's of saline in the span of 2 hours, and then holding the finger in the middle, giving it a bagel-shaped effect. During the process, some experience a bit of a headache, but after it's done, there's no pain associated with it. The results last 6 to 24 hours until your body gets rid of the fluid.
Sasa I think ndio last video, na kama kawa ni kitu moto. Cheki huyo mzee hapa anikaa amefreeze, amekwamilia pulpit, bana. Wow, uzee ingine wazito. Heri tu kuenda ukiendanga saa zingine. Unajua mimi kuna mali naweza fika tu ambie Mungu imetosha. Sasa cheki huyu jamaa amekwama hapo kwa pulpit, lakini akubali kuenda. I don't think that video is true. And it has been a pleasure with you here. Like, subscribe, welcome to our family. Always keep it locked for more. Keep it tuned. Yeah.